This video will show how you can customize the delivery of the reports for each customer and how you can set the schedules for the daily, weekly and monthly report. Start by launching Access. Then select Blank Database. Give it a proper name. Subscriptions. And optionally select where the file will be located. And click on Create, and a new database will be created. Click on External Data or ODBC database. Select Link to the data source by creating a linked table. Click on OK. Then create a file in order to connect you to the database. Click on New. Select from the list of ODBC drivers from your list SQL native client. Click on Next. Eventually browse in order to adapt the location of your file. In my case, I'll just accept my documents and name, for instance, the file Subscriptions. Save it. Click on Next. And finish. You may write a description for your data source. Data source for subscriptions. Server. Just pay attention. Information I enter here. Next. And use with SQL Server authentication. And a login via a report, and the password will be provided to you by email. Click on Next. Change the default database to, and select Bookings here. Next. Accept the other settings. Click on Finish. A good idea is to test the data source connection. The test completed successfully. Click on OK. Now, type in again the password that once again will be provided to you by mail. Very important. From the lists of all the tables and database objects from the database, you will only select one table, and that is called Channel Subscription. So you only select Channel Subscription. You may save the password. Click on OK. Again, save the password button. Now you're already linked to the table Channel Subscription. Double click on it, and you'll get the information from the table that you're supposed to maintain. Now, don't enter any information in the first column, subscription ID, because it will be generated by the system. On the second column name is actually the name of your customer. You may enter it as you'd like. The name or the information you enter in this column will be actually reflected in the subject on your mail that will be delivered to your customer. Then you have 10 columns from account 1 to account 10, which are basically the account numbers of your customers. If your customer only has one account for the reporting purposes, just copy it into all the other cells. If your customer has different account numbers, as in the case of TSV, typically for large companies, enter all the accounting numbers for your customers. If your customer has only 3 or 4 account numbers, just repeat 1 or 2 of them in the rest of the cells. So it's very important that you enter the proper accounting information in the cells, eventually repeated as previously told. In the email column, enter the email addresses for your customers. It may have one or more email addresses separated by the semicolon, as you can see here. It's very important that you type the email addresses and the rest of the information right, as there is no check-in control with the information you type. And the key point, the daily, weekly, and monthly. If your customer is supposed only to have delivered reports on a daily basis, let's say containing the latest 12 days, then you'll enter 12 in this column. If your customer would also like to have reports sent on a weekly basis containing the latest 3 weeks of information, then you'll type 3. If the same customers will like to have reports sent on a monthly basis as well, containing typically the last month, then you enter 1. If your customer doesn't like to have reports sent on a monthly basis, just enter 0. And the same applies for the weekly and for the daily basis. If you'd like to add new customers to the system, just type information on the new row, precisely according to the guidelines that we presented to you. When you finish editing your information, changing information for the current subscriptions and the new information that you enter, just close the window, click on yes if you'd like to save the information, and close the access window as well. The setup process is only a one-time process. The next time you'd like to maintain this information, you launch the access again, and you just click under Open Recent Databases on the database that you already created, subscriptions in our case. And once again, you'll double click on the linked table from the left, and you'll get all the information you last entered. The second part of the video will show you how you can schedule your reports you send to your customer on the daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Click on the BI reporting link on the intranet. Passenger shipping. Please remember that all the documents related to the channel are to be found on the Documents library followed by Channel Documents. Click on it. And now, for the daily subscriptions, on the Channel Freight subscription, open the menu and click on Manage Subscriptions. Getting one subscriptions, click on Email under Delivery extension. And now, very important, only scroll and only click on the bottom of the screen on the delivery event and configure your custom schedule. We're talking about a daily delivery, so you'll probably under frequency will type day, then you'll perhaps select all the days or some of the days and pay attention on the start time, very important, and select 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. or whatever you like, and the beginning running of this schedule, which will typically be the next day or a day at your choice. Click on OK when you finished it. For the weekly reports, the same, under the same directory, select Weekly Channel Freight subscription, Manage Subscriptions, Email, scroll down at the bottom of the screen, configure your custom schedule. You'll normally select week as the frequency. Now select the day of the week for your week frequency and the time, and again the beginning day, and click OK. And the last one, for the monthly report, select Monthly Channel Freight subscription. Again, Manage Subscriptions. Click on the subscription. Bottom of the screen, configure your custom schedule. Frequency months. Select, perhaps you'll accept all the months, and accept here on which calendar day to start. If you'd like to schedule on the first day, all months, just select one. Again, the beginning date, click OK. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you find it useful and will put you in the position for delivering the reports to your customers already from tomorrow.